It's Tuesday, and you know what that means. It is IndyCar night on iRacing. Hello again, everyone. I am Gary Gotzo. Welcome to P1's Broadcasting signature presentation of Round 6, Week 6 of Season 4 of 2025 of the IndyCar Oval Series. Tuesday night top split coming to you from the world's greatest race course, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, as we are getting set to do 50 laps and 125 miles here at the Brickyard. We're already lined up. Qualifications are done and actually done, and the field is actually gridding up right now. And before we get into introductions for our voices in the booth here, we should probably just start jumping right into the starting lineup.
Yeah, on the pole, it's Jose Fazaro with a fast time of 39.531. Mason Mitchum will start on the outside row with him in second place. Third, it's Clendy. Who else? Kyle Glenworth starting third. Next to him, Jesper Orman. Fifth, it is Michael Newcomer, who is not a newcomer to the series. I'll just see myself out. Casey Popolonis will start 6th, Adriano Forporti 7th, Brian Campbell 8th, Ty Quilla 9th, and rounding out the top 10, it is Seth Alexander.
Your points leader.
Points leader as well, that is correct. Starting 11th, it's the boss man, everybody. He's back again, Antonio Estrada. 12th, it is Richard Vasquez. Matt Hollabaugh starting 13th, who apparently has said he's lost a little bit of iRating this week, so hopefully he can gain it back.
You get the points off the screen there. There we go.
14th, it'll be Tony Pizarro. 15th, it is the prodigy himself, Indy Kirkenbauer. 16th, it is Anna Clement. 17th, Matthew Ponto. 18th, the greatest name in all of sim racing. I don't care I don't care what you say. You cannot change my mind. It is Crash Neon. 19th, it is Elijah Gibson, who is the last car to put down a qualifying time. And in 20th, it is Alex Krabser? That's, yeah. Caleb Brashear is 21st, and rounding out the 22-car field, it is Art Reimer. That is her 22-car field for 50 laps, 125 miles at the world's greatest race course, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. What do you say, Gary, before we go to introductions? Bring out the introductions.
And also joining us, as always, is, you heard him, JP, and also Luis Gonzalez Nunez. Gentlemen, welcome here, and we're getting ready to go racing.
Yeah, I've heard it's a mixed bag of results as far as the racing goes. It's 74 ambient air temp, between 100 and 105 track temps, so we're in for an interesting race.
Jagan said this yesterday, the first one, 41.05, Adriano Forporti won the first one. And then we don't have a big split done now with 46.10.
Yeah, just a 46. I was expecting a 5K, but a 4.6 today. But still good showing for those that decided to show up. We're getting ready to go green flag at the Brickyard. It's Fazaro and Mitchum on the front row, and here we go for 50 laps here at the Brickyard.
Good start there. As they go off into turn number 1, couple cars still side by side. They're going to try and find their way through to possibly get into single file formation as there is almost contact there. Oh, still side by side, dangerously close as they go through that bump in turn 2 and down the back straightaway heading towards turn 3.
When you think about taking the 3 wide on lap 1? No. Bobolonis on the outside. Got Orman underneath him into the north end of the racetrack through 4, and we're getting ready to come down the straight for the completion of lap 1.
Alrighty, you see guys
just cold.
Yeah, it's a little bit too
super cold.
Track tip 100, yes. I think we're going to see some pretty close racing. The track tip's going to be this cool.
Usually not what you would expect to see here in Indianapolis. Around the side. Ooh, I think I saw somebody bump the wall off of turn 2 there.
That looked like Fazaro or Newcomer, one of the pink cars. Might have been Newcomer.
Might have been one of them. But for now, we have a new leader. Temporarily, that is Mason Mitchum. He had a run going down into turn 3, and he took the lead away. But he's under attack now. They're going to try and go 3 wide as they go up into turn number 1.
Back to the point. Mitchum Kirkenbauer goes purple. The mile per hour, we're hearing that it's a known bug in ATVO. The mile per hour listing there is about off by a mile per hour, as a matter of fact. So 2:18 really was his fastest lap. And here comes Indy 3 wide. Here comes Seb. Now, Seb started in 10th. That's nothing compared to where he started. Oh, here comes Campbell to the inside. You're going to go 3 wide. But Seb started 33rd in the Warriors for Peace IndyCar Series over the Elite Racing League and got up into the top 5 in their 500 before getting crashed out late.
See one car on the high side down the backstretch and right up in front of him. It's 3 wide and then 2 wide behind him. Still 3 wide for that lead as they go up into turn 3. Almost contact there a little bit with Mason Mitchum and somebody else. I couldn't see who that was.
Last time we were here is back in Season 3. It was a 54-16 strength of field. PK beat Brophy by 1/1000th of a second, our closest finish that we've ever had here on a broadcasted race. Back in Season 2 of 2025, we had a 54-97 here. Alexander Russell over Clendy, but I think we finished that race under caution, looking at these margins of victory. Then Season 1 of 2025 was a 5.0K strength of field. Malechka over Alexis Newsom by 9/1000th of a second. And then with Season 4 of 2024, because this shows up once a season on the schedule, Oster over Malechka by 8/1000ths of a second. For that particular race with a 52.02 strength of field. So that's the last 4 times we've competed here at Indianapolis. You're part of the top split broadcast here on P1. This is a fixed setup race.
Whoa!
The 2 now we're over Indy, going to go low here on the Indy, and he's going to go right. And there's the contact. There's the contact. There's the contact, and we were kind of expecting it there.
No nice. No nice, to be honest. No nice.
And Indy just sends it to the bottom. We go 3 wide and into the corner, and a little bit of net code. And again, back to kind of what you were saying, Lewis. I know what you're saying, but the other thing that you're saying is a little too early for that.
No, actually, it's early, not nice. Maybe 5 to go could be the nice way to do it, but no, yeah, not good.
Early in the race here, lap 7 first caution, and our pole sitter, or at least one of the, not the pole sitter, one of the front row sitters is already out as the net code contact from Kirkenbauer into Brian Campbell, then side checks into Mason Mitchum, and the rocket pop car goes into the turn 1 wall, retiring its day after a really good start. We're under caution here at lap 7. If you enjoy P1's coverage of the IndyCar Oval Series Tuesday night top split and you respect the stream, please do us a solid. Make sure you support us by subscribing. And while you're at it, don't forget to smash like and click the bell so don't miss out on future P1 iRacing broadcasts. Don't forget this Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern time, Jacob Collins going to bring you the action for the Indy NXT qualifying series for the Indy Pro Series. They will be doing. We will be doing this second split broadcast, and they will be at Texas on Thursday at 8 p.m. So check out right here on P1, 8 p.m. Eastern time. The Indy Next cars will be at Texas for a big qualifying race to see who can get promoted to the Indy Pro Series.
The first split 8K over the 8K. The second split 5K. So the first guy won like 500 points. That's a lot.
So we got some people coming to pit road, led by Jesper Orman. There we go. I'm trying to get these graphics to go. They're just slow today. There we go. And let's check out Jesper Orman on pit road. He's there along with the 5. Ty's brought out. Oh, Ty missed his mark, but Ty's brought out the old green car. Also coming off of pit road is Hollaball. He's part of that Satellite Racing Alliance. Also coming off pit road, Anna Klimek. Aquila. And then we have Alex Crafter. He is in, oh, wow. He is in a big throwback car. He's in one of those LCI long-distance cars from Horn Racing. That's not Horn Racing. Steve Horn owned the team. That's Tasman Racing, excuse me. And that particular livery, while not driven by, that was Andre Ribeiro, I think, drove that livery. But that team almost won the 95 Indy 500. Almost. Scott Goodyear was leading the race and passed the pace car on the last restart and was black flagged and then disqualified, and that gave the win to Jacques Villeneuve, who ended up coming back from 2 laps down in that race to win the Indy 500. Second place was Christian Fittipaldi, Rookie of the Year. Who was Salazar third place? Third was Salazar in that race, wasn't it?
No, Salazar was third in the restart when the Scott Goodyear passed the pace car, and then he braked when he saw the pace car there, and then Jack going, and then Fittipaldi going, and then he went back. He finished 5th, I think so. Or 4th, I don't remember.
Box score. Bobby Rahal came in 3rd. Eliseo Salazar 4th. Robbie Gordon 5th.
Yeah.
And speaking of Robbie Gordon, that's a good segue to this camera angle. Here we go. Let's go back a little bit further. Let's ride with Brian Campbell. Let's see how he reacts with his car getting some contact here to bring out this caution, and we will see how he attacks from the Robbie Gordon position. Of course, the track record here at Indianapolis still is held by Ari Leindyke. Single lap 237.4, 4-lap average 236.9, unofficial lap 239.2. You're asking, where was that unofficial lap? That was set on Fast Friday. The practice laps during the week of practice does not count, but they are recorded. They do not count. Only those under qualifying conditions count as track record. But you might be asking, why is it Scott McLaughlin, who has the pole record, also the track record holder? Well, that's old USAC rules back in the day, and that's kind of why he's not. So here we go, getting ready to go green here, going to lap 10. It's Kirkenbauer, Fazaro, Clindy, and Campbell, your top 4. Povolonis in tow of this group in front of you. Here we go, coming up the speed, going into turn 1.
Already we see a number of guys around mid-pack that are trying to get around the guys that did not have a good enough restart, shall we say, as they're going through the south end of the speedway now. Looks like they've made it through nice and clean, but as the old saying goes, anything can and will happen when you least expect it. And with the way the cold track temperature is, I think we're in for a bit of a pack race.
Well, the temperature's actually come up 6 degrees here. So, here we go. Oh, nope. We're still riding with Campbell, and he had a shot to go 3 wide, and he's just going to ride it out. Here goes Clindy to the point. And I'm sure the last driver that Campbell wants to be side-by-side with right now is Kirkenbauer. Pizarro is going to go send it to the inside of Clindy, down low. In the Barbie car.
Down to
Barbie
the bottom.
car.
Yes.
Yeah, it's true.
Here comes Clindy with another run, but don't look now. Here comes Brian Campbell, 3 wide as they go up into turn number 1. Who's going to make it through?
Clindy just slid right up in front of Pizarro. I think he was trying to give all the room in the world to Brian, and he did, and moved Campbell to the point. Here comes Clindy to the outside, side-by-side teammates up front. Right behind him under attack, Pizarro, Kirkenbauer, Povolonis, your top 5. And there they are, all in the picture going into turn 3. 3 wide, like the start of the 500. Here comes the mailman for Porty's now in the picture. And Richard Vasquez, a name we don't shout out very often in that, but Menard's throwback. He's in 7th spot.
Top 6 under a blanket here as they go off into turn number 1, still side by side. Still side by side there as they go to the south end of the speedway already. Well, it was top 6 cars now. Let's make it the top 10 or 11 cars now that have decided to throw their hat into the ring and say, we want to join this fight. As they go out towards turn number 3, here comes Clendy on the inside of Formoso. Bizarro, correction.
And here is Estrada, El Patron, back in 9th spot, running it out. He might have a car right behind. Oh, yeah, there's your boy Crash Neon.
Still side by side as they go through the south end of the speedway, through the short chute and down into turn 2, down near the bottom of the speedway. They have to watch out for that bump, though, through the corner because it's getting worse and worse from what we've heard. So they have to take it very easily because if they hit it the wrong way, one car will be sent up into the wall and chaos will ensue, and they do not want that to have happen, even though it's only a 50-lap race.
We saw a couple cars come down pit road, and I'm wondering if that's going to be enough for them to get to the end.
I think no, but everyone's coming to the pit just for the splash.
Whoa! Indy Kirkenbauer sent it in on Brian Campbell. Campbell almost made contact with Kirkenbauer as they were going through turn number 1. Kirkenbauer is back on a charge as they go down the back straightaway.
Those that stopped on that last on that caution from 12th on back, they all stopped, and then additional drivers came in and topped off again. Seb Alexander, Caleb Brashear, Alex Crapster, Matthew Ponto, they all topped off the tank, have a couple more ounces more of fuel than everyone else ahead of them. The top 11 have not stopped yet. And the window to get to the end for those guys will open here in about 4 laps.
And those that did stop, they're probably trying to save fuel as best they can, probably running a map 4 or 5, staying in the draft, that way they can stretch it. Still a heated battle between the top 3 here, between Clenworth, Fazaro, and Kirkenbauer. Kirkenbauer is trying to find a way to get around Fazaro as best he can. He's basically trying to figure out a way to get it by him.
He's going to. I think Kirkenbauer wants to take a 3 wide. Vasquez goes to the inside. I think Kirkenbauer is now kind of deciding against that, considering what happened last time he took a 3 wide. This is a fixed setup race. It's a 2.5-mile oval. 50 laps, 125 iRacing miles, no fast repairs, 3 sets of tires. We anticipate really only 1 pit stop for everybody. 60-mile-per-hour pit road speed limit here. Your career wins leaders at Indianapolis, of course, are the Mount Rushmore of Indianapolis. A.J. Foyt, Al Unser Sr., Rick Mears, Elio Castroneves, each with 4 wins.
It is coming Antonio Estrada. He made the 2 pass for the high line. Now it's going for 40 in 6.
Pay attention to that orange car on the move. Your biggest gainer right now is Kirkenbauer up 12, Estrada up 5, Crash Neon up 8. Those are your biggest gainers on the racetrack right now. Here comes Estrada. He's feeling racy tonight. He's on the underside of the Mailman. The Mailman has a better, faster delivery up the top side, so he holds on to the position here. They come off the north end of the racetrack, south end of the racetrack, going north now. Heading to turn 3, separating 2 portions of the Brickyard Crossing golf course.
Oh,
and Kirkenbauer to the point. Oh, big wiggle.
He was at the point temporarily, but he got a ton of oversteers. He was going into turn 3. He got the dirty air thrown on him by Kyle Clenworth. And now, look at this. Brian Campbell comes back. He's on the outside of Kirkenbauer. Kirkenbauer essentially has nowhere to go. He's on the inside of Fazaro as they go to the south end of the speedway, and he will slot back in between Pizarro and Campbell. Campbell's going, please don't do anything stupid.
Oh, big run by Estrada to the high side, and he got slammed the door on him. I thought he was going to head and stick it in there, but he decided against it. You could tell he had a big run and wanted to go to the high side, but it wasn't happening.
That was a moment that we will
It was.
remember.
Here comes Clindy. Oh,
Yeah.
jeez, we are just weaving really aggressively right at corner entry. I don't know if people have been watching some of these past 500s we've done and have learned something about sending it in there late into the turn, kind of like what Pelot did in the 500.
I don't know, but that battle for the lead is still heating up as it's between Glenworth, Pizarro, and Kirkenbauer.
Oh.
But don't look now. Here comes the mailman. Forporti is in there. Forporti got around Brian Campbell. Campbell now trying to go it.
Clindy
Clint.
speed.
Oh,
It's speeding.
Oh,
That's
Clindy. What happened to Clindy? Is this a scheduled stop? Orman's coming with them. I think Orman, he pitted early.
Clindy's on.
Yeah, Clindy got a black flag speeding on pit entry there.
He didn't even announce he coming to the pit, to be honest. So, don't know. Normally he always do it, and he always like to somebody say something about the pitted in, but he didn't. So I don't know.
And here comes Campbell. Also Pizarro. Oh, jeez.
Whoa.
Everyone's hitting pit road very aggressively. I'm not sure what happened to Campbell. We'll go back and look here and see what happened. We'll go back a little bit further, but we'll... Okay, we'll go back a second, see what happened. What happened with... You know, he just locks it up, and big, and then it catches, and he almost goes to the inside wall. But Clindy
the line in 71.
Clindy will be able to join him at least. But now Indy Kirkenbauer, the prodigy, is your leader. Pizarro second. Here comes Forporti. Into the battle is Estrada. Also, don't forget Casey Povolones and Richard Vasquez in 5th and 6th.
I don't know how the iRacing don't give it the black flag to Campbell. He crossed the line by 70 miles. So it's over the 10 miles in the pit road. Maybe 20, maybe more, actually. It's more. Lucky.
Very lucky in that one.
Mm-hmm.
Here are 3 members of a technical alliance. This is Rogue Racing, Satellite Racing, and Indy Alliance. Newcomer coming to pit road.
I think that was Pizarro. That's also
Gilson coming to pit road. No, Newcomer's on pit road. Pizarro's still your leader.
All I saw was a pink car going on the pit road there.
If you're just joining us, this is P1's coverage of the IndyCar Oval Series Tuesday night top split coming to you from Indianapolis. We're at the halfway point, 25 of 50 laps. If you're enjoying tonight's coverage, you'd like to monetarily support us, please find a link to our GoFundMe campaign in the stream description. We realize times are tough, so any donation, no matter the amount, is greatly appreciated. As the sun is popping out here, more drivers coming to pit road. Antonio Estrada.
Hollabaugh almost got ran over. Tyquilla almost got ran over by Matt Hollabaugh going on to pit road there.
Aye. Matt Hollabaugh, the first ERL Indy 250 winner.
And he's a former champion over there, the Elite Racing League.
Yes.
So all of the Alliance members hit pit road. They're going to work together. Back up front, it is still Kirkenbauer, Pizarro, Forporti, Povolones, Vasquez, Alexander, Neon, Klimek, Brashear. Now we go back for the first car that stopped and topped off. There it is, right there. That is Seb Alexander. Can he get to the end? He could be very, very close.
Tyquilla didn't change the tires.
Hmm.
And he didn't change the tires in the first pit stop. Oh.
Wonder if he saw something in the tire wear thing that made him realize maybe I could push this. And oh, Sam Alexander almost into the back of Adriano Paporti. He went in there guns blazing, let's just say, on pit entry.
All right, so no, he can't make it. He's going to have to stop again. And Seb is off pit road. But still up front, it is Kirkenbauer, Fazaro, Povolonis, Vasquez now up to the 4th position in that old. I guess we saw mainly Tony Stewart drive that, but also Greg Ray.
Oh, Laporte is gonna get a black flag for sure. He put the 2 wheels in the cross the line.
He's not
If you
showing.
don't have it, they have it is lucky. There is black flag for him.
There, okay, so we'll go back and see what happened. As we'll actually replay it here in fast, regular time and see what happens. Wow, okay, so that's the black flag right there. You cannot clear 2 wheels over the line, and he did.
It is funny because when you enter to the session, they show you the first thing you see in your screen.
Yes.
Don't do this. For him. Actually, they have a good run for at least finishing top 5 in there.
Yeah, but I guess according to Paporti, rules don't apply to me.
Fazaro, Kirkenbauer now, as they have a lap car of Art Reimer just in front of that duo there. Povolonis 3rd, Vasquez 4th, Crash Neon now 5th, Klimek 6th. Fear the Deer is what I'm seeing in chat for Anna Klimek. Then we got Crapster in 8th, Ponto. But here comes the Deer and Crapster coming to pit road. And to the inside, here goes Fazaro again. $20 to go.
I'm hearing a lot of netcode contact on the outside wall of turn 2.
Fazaro's calling for the pit now.
I think Indy's heard it too, and he was going to take a stab at him, but he's thinking, well, if he's going to get out of my way, I might just stay here and seek some economy for another lap or so. And Fazaro coming to pit road. That will turn the lead over. Here comes Crash Neon to pit road.
Thing is, all of these guys, they come with the group with Quila and basically all of this team. One team and one group, they make the pit stop in very short, but the other ones are gonna take it like over the 7.5 seconds, so it's gonna be back to the field.
Art Reimer is wanting to hold on to the lead lap right now, and he has the leaders all over him. Actually, if he just holds his line, the leaders will come to pit road, and that's going to happen. We see 2, Vasquez and also Indy. Oh, and they come to the line hot, both of them. That turns the lead over to Povolonis now.
Still a decent battle here as they go down towards turn 3 in the north end of the speedway. Halaba, he wants to try and find a way to stretch this run as best he can. I think he got it full of fuel. I could be wrong, but if he did, he might just go full rich because
here's Povolonis, pit
like
road.
Said, yeah,
Yep.
Povolonis going in.
He did 33 laps. Black flag, Casey Povolonis. Caleb Brashear now picks up the lead. The Open Wheel Invitational champion from the Sim Gaming Expo is now your leader. He stopped at lap 9, and he is, can he make it now on fuel? Because it's him and Ponto are the only 2 cars that pitted at that lap 9 group that are still out there running. They are 25 laps into their stint. I don't think they're going to be able to make it.
I don't think they will either.
For sure not.
That's going to turn the lead over to Crash Neon goes purple with a 2:24.5, but it's more of a 2:23. Here comes your leaders of the race that will happen when all they come to pit road, and it's a whole train of drivers led by Jesper Orman. And then we got Seb Alexander in there. And at the front, though, and not engaged in the battle for the win any longer, is Clindy. He is now rear gunner, actually front gunner, for a lot of his association teammates, technical teammates right there, right behind him. You see right behind him, all those cars behind him, back to that that first orange car, which is a Pizarro. He is not part of the alliance, but Hollenball is. Hollenball can get up there, and the same thing with Strada. Much of that alliance could lock out all the top 5 and much of the top 10.
Already hearing talks about swap drafting to try and help stretch that fuel for the technical alliance that they have right now. And I'm looking at this battle right here as they go past the start-finish line in the Art of Bricks going into turn 1. There was like a really close battle. It looked like somebody was almost forced up into the wall before they got to turn 1. Looks like no harm, no foul. Tony Pizarro looks like he's under attack. He's under attack from Michael Newcomer at 03. Why does he go off into turn 3? That was a bit of a scary situation. They made it through.
We were watching the leaders there real quick. Get back to the battle at hand.
Oh, my. Basket of Matt Holliman.
Indy, not Clindy, but Indy really wants to set it deep to the inside, and he keeps that. Now, since I think he made contact with somebody, it's now like, I'm double thinking that move.
Yeah, heavily reconsidering trying that move again before the end of the race.
Don't forget, in December 14th, 11 a.m., the PRI Hoosier 500, the world's greatest sim race at the world's greatest race course here at Indianapolis, over on the PRI channel and also on Facebook. It'll be myself and Arjuna Kekapati in the booth to bring you the action for the last great sim race of the year, the PRI Hoosier 500 right here at Indianapolis. Sign-ups expire at the 1st of November, actually November 2nd. So if you're interested in signing up to be part of the Hoosier 500, go to their website, thehoosier500.com, and sign up today.
I wonder how many signups we have.
About 80.
Oh.
Woohoo!
That's a lot. 53 days, huh? And counting.
Back up front is still Caleb Brashear, Matthew Ponto, 1 and 2. We still think they have to come to pit road, but they're trying their best to make this economy run stretch. If they were to get to, if we're to finish this race, they would be at about 41 laps of this stint, and that is a very long stint in these cars at full speed. So I'm not quite sure how they're going to save that fuel. And then Ponto and an Allenser senior throwback there.
Maybe a caution could be made. 93 concurrently entries, said Ryan Schultz now.
93 entries.
That's a lot.
Also making note, lap 39 of 50. Commentator Jinx.
I said
we're gonna get over 100. That'd be awesome. Yeah, I think they'll start really wrestling. But right now, I mean, it's a team battle at the point. It's Orman, Seb Alexander, Brian Campbell, Ty Quilla, and then we got Clindy up there and Povolonis up there. But they're both down. That was Newcomer. I think just about getting into the wall and kicking up some dust there. The first two cars you see, Casey Povolonis and Clindy, they're actually battling for 20th position. but they're trying to not go down 2 laps. They're down 1 lap right now. And how long are they going to stay out there? Now, I know both these guys have the pace. They were in the top 5 for when they both came to pit road. So I don't think they're necessarily going to move over. And I don't think Clindy's necessarily going to move over, especially when he has teammates behind that he could somehow lend a hand to. And I also know sometimes some of those VRL guys race also with the votive guys as well. So there might be some cooperation going on here at the front to allow to ensure. Coming to pit road, Matt Hollenbaugh. This could be his last stop. No,
Indeed.
This is 15 laps into this stint. Maybe I don't know. Also coming to pit road, here is Brashear and Ponto. So I don't know if he has damage that we didn't see. He's going up on jacks.
No, Ponto is have 33.
No, Matt Hollenbaugh.
But Hollywood. Oh, I don't know. That's
But Ponto
really
and Brashear both 33 laps, so they did a pretty good run.
Oh, Fusaro lose the front wing.
Yep, we saw a front wing go as it's still being kicked across the front stretch.
It's gonna go over. Look at that. Go to the wall.
Careful, guys and gals.
That was contact between Kirkenbauer and Fusaro.
So Brashear just splash. All the splash for him. He did 4.5 and the speed with 31 seconds.
Yeah,
ahead.
and he has now picked up he rejoins and he's now back to the lead as he only did a splash. He's on old tires and now we got 7 to go and he is in a bee's nest of Alliance team members and Clindy is going to kind of hold him up high and allow Orman to go to the point. I don't think he did anything wrong. I just he held his line.
No, it's like wow, nice move actually. But it's really interesting about the no tires. It never happened in Indianapolis. Don't take a tires after long stint. Never.
109 on the track tip. As we are now 6 to go here at the Brickyard. As Fusaro now rejoins, but Fusaro is down in the order in 21st. So he goes from the pole almost to the back end of the field. Orman, and here comes Sab Alexander to the inside of Brashear. Clears him in the north end of the racetrack.
Sab Alexander now getting that run. Coming off a turn 4 there. He's looking.
Gilson, Indy, Glindy.
This is going to be one of those fantastic Indianapolis Motor Speedway finishes. I guarantee it.
Remember, Jesper Orman, the last time he was actually here in Indianapolis was in real life. He was actually here in Indianapolis at this racetrack. So how much is Clindy going to be rear gunner here for his teammates? Does he eventually bail and allow the 2 Alliance guys, 2 former teammates with IAR, shoot it out? 5 to go, 4 to go. We got a qualifying run to decide the Indy 500 the Indy 125 once again here at Indianapolis with the same scenario over the Elite Racing League. Oh, Brian Campbell. Tell you what, if that safer barrier was any wider,
that would have been game over.
it is Orman, Alexander, Brashear, Campbell, Pizarro. Then we got newcomer Quilla, Kirkenbauer. Then we have Estrada and Vasquez. That is your top 10. But the way that we've been racing right now, it is all good to go all the way throughout this entire top 11. You can throw a blanket over them right now. So anybody's in this battle here. One big wreck and it probably moved the mid part of that top 10, top 11 right up to the lead. So here we go. 3 to go here at Indianapolis down the backstretch. 2.5 now. Lindy staying high, allowing Seb to look underneath him. He's going to stay high up. Oh, kicks up a little dust on quarter entry.
Here we go, Brashear.
Then he's going to hold Brashear to the bottom. Oh, Brashear slides up. Oh!
Still side by side as they go through turn 2. Caleb Brashear is holding that inside, but it's going to
be in the wall.
wall.
I think at this point, Clinty needs to concede, and that's probably a good thing to do, as now Seb Alexander takes the lead on the high side in 3, but it's going to be back to wing, tail fin to tail fin, coming off the corner, coming to the white flag. 2 former teammates now side by side off of 4 down the main straightaway. White flag in the air, 1 more lap to go. Caleb Brashear's not under this thing yet. He sends it high in the 1. Here comes Seb Alexander on the outside in the 1. Jesper Orman stays low as I'm starting to not be able to talk as we go through 2 for the last time down the backstretch. Does Jesper Orman go to the inside? Yes, he protects. The snake goes to the inside as we see in last laps in real Indy 500. Now we're going to go 2 wide. Seb Alexander on the outside. Here comes Caleb. Jesper to the inside. 3 wide off the corner. Into the north end of the racetrack for the final time. We're coming to the checkered flag. We're going to see another photo finish. One more time at Indianapolis. To the inside. In the middle. Here comes Ryan Campbell to the checkered flag. I have no idea who wins it. It is Caleb Brashear by 11 thousandths of a second. Actually, it's 11 hundredths. Sorry, 11 hundredths. I had no idea how he won that thing. I have no clue.
He must to say thank you to Campbell.
Campbell pushed Brashear. Campbell pushed Brashear.
He must to say thank you. They don't have any chance Campbell to make the 4 wide, and he decided to make the touch. That touch make the victory for Brashear there. Nice.
That's your margin of victory. And if I change the camera real quick and we come back to that, it'll clear up. And there you go. That is your margin of victory. And we'll just keep this shot. That's the final shot here. Oh my goodness.
As Tyke Willa just said, that's going to be an awkward team meeting.
There you see, Caleb gets his big top split first, big top split win for Caleb. The GSI Open Wheel Invitational Champion from the Sim Gaming Expo gets the win by 11 hundredths of a second over Jesper Orman. Seb Alexander in 3rd, Brian Campbell 4th, Pizarro 5th, newcomer in 6th, Kirkenbauer 7th, Estrada 8th, Tyquilla 9th, and Richard Vasquez. He had a good race for Richard. He was in the top 10 pretty much the entire race. He comes home in 10th. Lewis, I'm going to keep an eye out who you want to be your driver of the race, because I know it can't be Caleb. Caleb improved 20 spots to win this race.
Oh, Tony Pizarro, 9th spot for sure. For sure.
And we got Gilson Ponto, Klimek, Neon, Hollenbaugh. Imagine Ponto if he did the same strategy as Caleb. He's probably thinking, I thought tires was the way to go the whole way. And to be honest, I thought tires would be the way to go too, but Caleb did all that with one set of tires. No, it says, no, maybe he did come in earlier. He did come onto that lap 7 stop, so he did it on 2 sets, but he did one set of tires that was incredibly long. And we'll talk to him about that here in the interview. Then we got Crafter for 40, Clindy, Pizarro, Povolonis, your top 20. Anna Klimek there in 13th, Crash Neon, Hollenbaugh in 15th. And then Reimer and Mitchum there, last 2 in 21st and 22nd. That's your 22-car field.
I expect a large donation to my PayPal, Caleb.
All right, we will get into the interview room in just a second. And another podium finish for Seb. It's just like, I keep saying one of these days he's going to get the win. And he just keeps coming up on the podium. But podium finishes do eventually lead the wins.
Oh, I want to say something, but I don't know.
You can say something.
Valtteri Bottas took so many in Williams to win the race, to take so many races to win. When he went to Mercedes, he won many there. So it's a reference about him. It's about the time, actually.
Let's bring in Seb, and we were just kind of talking about one of your alter egos in real racing that got a lot of podiums before he finally got his first win, and then finally got a bunch of wins. But another podium finish for Seb. I thought tonight was a night for you. Talk about your race.
I kind of threw away a great chance, a really great chance at winning when I elected not to take tires at the final stop.
Mm-hmm.
Turned out to make more of a difference than we kind of anticipated. I know Ty didn't take tires either. And you kind of need that extra punch if you're gonna win a drag race to the line. But at least it enabled us all to jump. Like it worked out very, very well to take fuel only and come out ahead of everybody and just allow them to get that mega draft up.
When did was it really the conditions? When you guys looked at the conditions coming into the race, you kind of saw it was like low for us as 100 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's just kind of a lower temperature track. Do you think that was a decision to, okay, maybe the tires can last a little bit longer? We're not looking at the same level of degradation before.
Yes, I did a race yesterday that was actually a few degrees colder even, and it was even worse, even pack gear, even less tire wear. So we definitely got caught out a little bit on that front, but it at least made the race very interesting. I had to save a little bit on the final stint, and just trying to keep the tires alive was a challenge rather than just swapping all the way to the end. So it was an interesting race from a driver's perspective.
Shout outs, friends, family, sponsors. Anyone want to say hi to before we let you go?
Shout out to Ryan for bump drafting Caleb over the line. Shout out to Mark Murphy. His birthday is today, and he's celebrating it at Disney World. So happy birthday, Mark. Shout out to Caleb for winning it all. One against many, right? Gotta get those while you can. And all my teammates, you guys as usual. Another race around another podium. We'll take it on to the next one.
I know it's going to probably pay off pretty well for you. You came in as the points leader, and you might leave as the points leader. So halfway through the season now, before we let you go, I guess now we're halfway through the season. Do we big picture race it, or are we just sending it every week now? Just who cares? That's what I want to do.
I kind of a bit of both. I still want to win. I still want to win really bad. So like these top split broadcast races, right? I still want to win, but I also want to collect points. But I mean, Clendy kind of caught a speeding ticket, right? So
yeah,
that puts him on the back foot now. But we still have 4 drop weeks, so this is just one of them for him. So ultimately, I think it's still in reality very close. So I think I'm just gonna keep sending it till that wind drops in.
Well, we're going to send it all the way to Rockingham, and it's not the UK Rockingham. It's the Rock down in North Carolina Motor Speedway, where it's got a bit of an odd race next week. So, yeah.
I have no idea what that even is. I have never been. So that'll probably be fun.
Oh, my goodness. First of all, you're going to get dizzy. Second of all, it's a 1 mile, high-banked, D-shaped oval that will probably be seeing low-end speeds of 200 miles an hour. Well, probably the highest end speed, about just over 200, but definitely 190 plus for everybody in the field for sure.
And let me just tell you, as someone that has run that track many times in the past, 24 degrees of banking in turns 1 and 2. No, 22 degrees of banking in turns 1 and 2, 24 degrees of banking in turns 3 and 4, and it is bumpy because we don't have the new pavement yet, so to say, where it's smooth as glass.
Sounds like a legacy Texas only. Did you say 1 mile?
1 mile.
1.017 to be exact.
Oh boy. Yeah, that'd be something, I bet.
So if I were you, Seb, I'd start getting those reps in to get yourself ready for it, because as he said, you will get dizzy.
There's a lot of things I need to divide my time between, so we'll see. We did Darlington this season, right, on very little notice or preparation, but that was a lot of fun just to do something way different, and I bet this is going to be different too. So, but I mean, a little bit. I'm going to do a few laps, and then we'll just see what happens.
All right, we'll see you in a week. Good luck. He's the points leader, probably leaving this place. It's Seb Alexander coming home third today.
Thanks, guys. See ya.
Let's bring in Jesper Orman, and here he is. And we've heard about your story the last time you were here for real, and then the first time you were in the sim for this place for real, and it almost looked like it was going to be kind of one of those storybook endings, but just missed it by 11/100ths of a second. Talk about those closing laps, racing with Seb, I know is a friend of yours, and then having Clindy up there kind of playing rear gunner for a while, and he had to kind of bail and get out of the way, and then here comes Caleb on no tires on a late stop, and you're just like, what the heck, where'd he come from?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, after that pit stop, I knew that Clandy wanted to get his lap back, so we tried to have Clandy run in front of us as much of the race as possible, but with like 4 or 5 to go, there's really not much point. So from there on, it was gloves off, and well, you knew it was going to be a drag race to the end there. It was just a matter of where you want to be. I decided I want to be in the lead because yellow could drop, and sucks when you're like P2 or P3 and the yellow comes out. You feel like you got robbed a little bit. So I feel like in general you want to lead here. Definitely if it was a real 500, I'm leading. There's no way I'm gonna bet that there's gonna be a yellow. So I knew that Seb was on older tires. I knew that Caleb was also on older tires, considering his pit stop was really fast. So, I mean, I think I probably would have won it unless Brian had given Caleb a little nudge there at the end. I think, yeah, I think that was the obviously by mistake, but I think that was the so yeah.
Before we get to your shout outs, and again, you just kind of visited this place for real. Now that you sat here in the sim, and especially after you now visited the place for real, when you're racing here in the sim, are you looking around going, I saw that, that's real, that's actually in the scan, it made the scan, I saw that. Did you have you picked up anything that when you did the tour of the track and the bus and everything, did you find anything while you're on the racetrack you go, I remember seeing that?
Oh yeah, for sure. I was trying to pick out where me and Mark parked our car outside the museum. It was pretty cool. I mean, I am in VR, so I can peek around, So it feels kind of real. That's also, I guess, the reason why when I got there a few weeks ago, I didn't feel like I was there for the first time. It felt like I knew the place a little bit. So yeah.
And that says something to iRacing and the level of scan and the level of work they put into the place that'll make you feel. We talk about this as a simulation, but some of the days people are like, it's a video game, but you really do feel like you are there. And the difference between the sim or being in the bus ride, you all of a sudden when you're looking out that front window of the bus, or even when I took my car around when we did the custom when the Chevrolet dealers did a Camaro and a Corvette customer appreciation day, and I got to take my own car. I remember sitting behind the wheel just thinking, this is what also this familiar feeling is I've felt this before because of the sim, and only the sim can do that because of the work they put into this track and everything they did to make it feel so real.
No, exactly. I mean, I've been at Monza as well, not for the Formula One race, but I was there, I think it was during the summer or whatever, and it was the same thing. I basically came back a week after, went into iRacing, like tried to spot where I was. So yeah, these scans are really cool.
Yeah, they are spot on, and just about if it's like there was an old commercial, you might not remember this, but there was EA Sports. Back when they the PlayStation, Genesis, Nintendo 64, Super Nintendo, they used to say all their sports games. They used to say EA Sports. If it's in the game, it's in the game. iRacing, if it's on the track, it's in the scan. It's going to be in the sim. So, any shout outs, friends, family, sponsors, anyone you want to say hi to before we let you go?
I mean, really fun to be on track with all the guys, especially with Seb. He's improving a lot, so it's really a lot of fun. And yeah, I don't know where his trajectory is gonna take him, but I mean, we'll see.
All right, that's Jesper Orman, kind of making 2 back-to-back special appearances. Had to revisit the Brickyard. Comes home second today. Congrats. We'll see you whenever the next one is. Next one actually is Rockingham. I don't know if you're up for that one, but that's next week.
I'll have to think about that.
Oh, let's bring up Caleb, and we'll give Caleb as much time on the mic as he wants. Where the heck did you come from? Okay, first things first. When did you make the call to just go fuel only? And did you think you had a shot there at the end until you felt the bump from Ryan behind you giving the push forward?
Answer that. I was going to do this bit where I immediately came into an interview and you can hear me crack open a can of beer, and except for I went to my fridge, I didn't have any canned beer. I only had bottles. So I don't know if you could hear this, but no, that didn't get anything. But that's me popping open. That's me popping open a beer right now because holy. Excuse my language. Holy shit, dude.
Well, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the strategy call. The strategy call is what put it. I mean, we saw you come to pit road. We knew you weren't going to have enough fuel to get there. The thing is, we saw you and Ponto both hit pit road, and I'm thinking, yeah, after this long, and I think you stopped a little bit earlier in the race, so you might have changed tires then. So you weren't on tires that were approaching 50-lap old tires. You were probably on tires more in the 40 range. But when did you make the decision that you weren't going to go tires? Were you hearing from other drivers that they weren't changing too, or you're just like, all I need fuel is to get to the end, and the best way for me to win this race is to spend as less time on pit road as possible?
It was completely a gamble on my part because I knew tires had pace, but because this track was so packy this week, I just can I last 40 laps on these things and hopefully they just don't immediately die. So I made that call. I was doing the math in my head. I'm like, all right, if I pit, it's going to be about, if I did max fuel save, which turned out to be, I think I worked it out, it was 7-8 laps. I'm like, all right, well, we're going to probably do about 41 laps-ish. Let's see how it goes. This is my only, I was already in the back of the pack anyways, by my choice, but it was just a complete gamble on my part. I'm like, all right, if I want to be at the front, hopefully these tires just last. And they stuck it to the end. And then I know you asked about Brian's push. I'm like, up until then, I came out for, I'm like, it's going to be close. It was going to be close to where I thought Jesper was going to get it. I thought he was going to hold on. I'm like, it's going to be close, though. And then Brian gave me the absolute just best bump draft of like all time. Like he needs to get set like a 30 rack of like Busch Light. You know, he's got something coming his way. But like once I got that bump, I'm like, oh god, yes, let's go. But it was absolutely incredible.
Did you guys run into each other at the Sim Gaming Expo? He was there. Is this something that you planned there possibly when you met him, or did you know he was not? Did you know he was there or not?
I didn't know he was there. No,
okay.
I didn't know he was there.
I thought maybe you guys maybe met each other and there was some other planning going on.
It'd probably be like I saw his face, but just didn't know it was him type thing. But no, I didn't know he was there.
Okay. Any shout outs, friends, family, sponsors? Big win. I know your team's been after a big top split win here. It's finally delivered. I mean, this is on the heels of also winning the GSI Open Wheel Invitational. Kind of a little bit on the roll here, aren't we?
By pure luck, but this one didn't feel as lucky. I mean, I felt the exact same way, except for I had to kind of hide it in Chicago since we were in the public space. This one, I just let it all out, you know, immediately grabbed the drink from the fridge, started shouting, screaming, first broadcast win, first podium as well in the Oval Series. I mean, it's just, yeah, but shout outs, I dedicate all races to Scott Reddick. Love you, buddy, but obviously, Luke Mansky Racing, my teammates Logan Edwards, Will Weiser, and now our new guy, Rafael Leon, all doing the Pro Series. So that should be good. Our sponsors, iPredictor, go check them out. And other than that, the drinks of choice tonight are Great Lakes Oktoberfest and a Michelob Ultra.
In moderation, of course, and don't drink and drive. But congratulations on the win, well earned, and it's a crown jewel win. So you got a crown jewel as well. Congrats, and we will catch you at the next one. I don't know if you really want to go brave Rockingham or not next, but that's next on the schedule. So we'll see you there if you dare.
I mean, I'm doing Texas and Indy next on Thursday, so it can't be much worse, can it?
That's true. Congrats, Caleb Brashear, winner tonight here in the top split. A very happy Caleb Brashear. Libations all around at the household there. And you always like to see a new first-time winner and a deserving one at that. But an interesting finish, and one that's going to go down that I'm sure we're going to talk about this finish for a while. I mean, the last finish was the closest one we had here. This wasn't the closest one, but this was definitely one that I don't really remember the PK finish with Brophy, but I certainly can remember this one because this is big time first win, and it might have been 1/1000th of a second for PK when he beat Brophy, but how many times have we talked to PK here in the booth? So many times. It's always good to get a first-time winner up here, right, Justin?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It's always fun to hear the reaction of guys that have won their first ever race, especially in a place like Indianapolis, and to hear the joy, the jubilation, you name it. It's something very special. And it's a quote Al Unser Jr., you just don't know what Indy means.
Now, Indy means winning, and that is confirmed. Lewis, were you entertained
today? Yeah, sure. I thought it was gonna be like no big names and things, blah, blah, blah. So to be honest, we don't need to have all of these big names to have a good race in Indianapolis, and with the condition on the track and the new strategy. To be honest, there's no change the tires and stuff. Make the race really interesting with Caleb Brashear leading by 31 seconds ahead, and then coming to the pit splash for 4 seconds, and then coming out, and then in the pack for the victory, and then Campbell make the bump draft, something we don't. IndyCar don't do it,
right.
But NASCAR do it, and make the victory for I don't have more options, basically. Basically, Campbell, they don't have more options than, you know what, I'm going to do this just for make that. I really did before, and it's worked because it's no more options for in your around the track. So anyways, See you. No, next coming next. The Indy next NXT from Nashville Super Speedway with Jacob Collins.
That's right.
See you
Starting
tomorrow,
right now.
and see you tomorrow for the Formula Indy.
Formula, you'll be joining me in the booth for
Homestead,
Formula Indy at Homestead. Yes.
Yes, and see you next week for Rockingham, another one. It's gonna be hot track, so.
Oh yes. Yes, two really odd tracks not to see on the IndyCar schedule this season. Last season, we saw the grand slam of tracks with Daytona joining Indianapolis, and what else was on that schedule? Daytona, Indianapolis, Pocono, Michigan, and now we got Darlington on this particular schedule, and then we're joining it with Rockingham again, and just a rare combination of tracks that you don't ever see IndyCar on at all, and that's coming up next. So let's get on out of here, give everyone back their Tuesday nights, and send you on. Just stay here. If you have autoplay turned on your browser, you will be automatically redirected to Jacob and the Indy Next Series Oval Race at Nashville Super Speedway immediately following this. If you don't, you will see an icon in your browser that will say, hey, Indy Next, click here, and you can click that, and you will be immediately transferred over. So don't go anywhere. There's still a lot of oval racing left to go. A lot of the same drivers you saw here tonight will be in the lineup over there. Get on out of here. So that's it for tonight. Once again, your podium here from the world's greatest race course, the racing capital of the world, Indianapolis. Caleb Brashear with the big win and a big gamble. Jesper Orman wanted to visit Indianapolis twice, but he did. But he was once as a visitor, now second place the second time he comes back. And Seb Alexander, one of these days, he's going to do it. He's going to do it, but he's your points leader right now in the Oval Series. Join us again next week for round 7, week 7 of season 4 of 2025 of the iRacing IndyCar Oval Series Tuesday night top split as the teams and drivers head to The Rock in Rockingham Speedway, formerly the North Carolina Motor Speedway. Coverage begins around 8:15 p.m. Eastern time. Again, that's 8:15 p.m. Eastern. Remember, as always, for the correct broadcast time in your area, you can find everything right here at YouTube at youtube.com/@P1 Broadcasting. And we're getting really, really close to when the time changes. And that's going to change in Vegas. So we will make sure to keep you apprised, there you go, of when that time changes, because we're going to go an hour earlier when that happens. Hey, we love bringing these races to you, but they're not easy. They require time and money to produce. If you share a passion for the sport of IndyCar and enjoyed our coverage of the IndyCar Oval Series Tuesday night top split, please take time to visit our GoFundMe page. The link is in the description, and donate to our 2025 broadcast fund. We realize times are tough, so any contribution would be greatly appreciated, and we thank you for watching and making us part of your Tuesday evenings each and every week. Now, as you know, the YouTube algorithm game is not an easy one, so please help support P1 with the weekly grind. Leave a comment below. Let us know your thought of tonight's race. If you enjoyed tonight's coverage, support us by smashing like in the video. If you're new, click subscribe, and while you're at it, hit the bell for a weekly reminder so don't miss out on more of P1's other iRacing programming, including right now, the iRacing Indy Next Oval Series, currently underway at Nashville. We'll be sending you to them right now. You'll find the stream live on our channel's main page. If you should happen to be disconnected, don't go anywhere. Promotional consideration paid for by the following: Simrat Markets, your go-to source for iRacing paint tippets and broadcast resources. From clean base pro liveries to pro-level design assets, Simrat Market is everything you need to build your brand on track. Visit simratmarket.com. Download, customize, race. Track cams for this race are provided by Whiplash Sim Cams. Get the most out of your iRacing experience with Whiplash Sim Cams. To learn more about Whiplash, like them on Facebook. You can follow them on X and Instagram, and all the links you need are in the description. For business inquiries to learn more about P1 and what we do, like us on Facebook. You can follow us on X and Instagram. You can follow all of our social links on Linktree, and again, they are all in the description. So, for Justin Petschauer, Luis Gonzalez Nunez, everyone here at P1, I'm Gary Gatto saying all good night and thanks for watching. And to all of our men and women serving in the military and as first responders, Godspeed, God bless, and come home safe. Catch us again next week at The Rock for the next race of the IndyCar Oval Series Tuesday night top split on P1. Stay tuned for the Indy Next Series from Nashville.